So in this video, I'm going to talk you through my preferred setup for playback and all of my hardware connections. This setup will not only allow you to send multiple outputs from playback, it'll also allow you to control it with a MIDI device and send MIDI out to Pro Presenter or to your lighting console. I'm going to give you two options. One, a simple one-unit device from iConnectivity, and a second way of doing it with any other audio interface as well. So let's start with the easy one first. This is the Play Audio 12 from iConnectivity. It's an all-in-one box for everything that we need for playback. We can connect this straight into the bottom of the iPad using the cable that's provided or using an adapter. We can connect our MIDI controller straight into this MIDI socket, or if we have multiple MIDI controllers, off a powered USB hub. And we connect our iPad into one or two. In fact, the reason it's got two inputs is because we can connect more than one device. So we could run main stage from a Mac computer and the iPad running playback, both through the same audio interface. On the back, we've got 10 outputs, and we can have another 2 from the phone socket. And then we've got an Ethernet port, which allows us to plug an Ethernet cable into this to send MIDI over Ethernet cable to Pro Presenter. So this one box, the Play Audio 12 from iConnectivity, really gives us everything that we need. But if you already have an audio interface and you've already invested into a different setup, let me show you how you can use some other connections to make that happen. So the first thing that we need is some way of getting USB into the iPad. So I recommend this camera connection kit, and we can plug this straight into the iPad and then plug USB into it. So I'm going to put this one in first. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a powered USB hub. And there are several available. This one is just a nice slim one with just 4 inputs for USB, and I'm going to plug that into the camera connection adapter. And because this is a powered hub, I just need to put some power into this as well. Great, now we can connect everything to this powered hub. So I'm going to take this iConnectivity device, but again, it could be any audio interface that's your preference, and I'm going to connect that into the powered hub. So let me just do that quickly. And next, I'm going to plug my MIDI controller, and my one of choice is this Keith McMillan Soft Step, but again, could be any MIDI controller. And I'm going to plug that via USB also into the powered hub. And my controller lights up. So now you'll see if I go into playback, in my audio settings, I've got the iConnectivity Audio Plus 4, but that could be any audio interface. And I've got the ability to send MIDI into this device using my MIDI controller as well. So this is pretty much everything that we would normally have, with the one exception of being able to output MIDI over an Ethernet cable. So the last solution is to simply pick up one of these. And this is a USB to Ethernet adapter. And if I add this USB to Ethernet adapter into my powered USB hub, I can take my Ethernet cable and plug that in. I've now got everything that I had on the Play Audio 12, but on a more simple setup. So I've got 4 audio outputs, or if I use the phone socket, 6 audio outputs. I've got MIDI coming into my device. If I used the powered hub with a faster USB socket, I could power the iPad as well. And I've got an Ethernet connection going out to Pro Presenter for MIDI out. So by adding these dongles to our setup, we can control our lights, our lyrics, multiple outputs from playback, and MIDI in as well.